Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Inside Line Racing, and to the final race here at China this week. ILR2 race line of the week. I'm going to do Omar, and with me is Soup.
Good evening, everyone. Round 3 of the ILR2 Championship brings us to the Shanghai International Circuit in China. Very well-known circuit at this stage. We all know China, and a little bit interesting piece of trivia. It is shaped like the Chinese character Shang, in case you ever wondered. That's an interesting piece of trivia for the week. Full grid at last for ILR2. We've had 2 weeks of one or two missing. Now we finally got a full grid. We welcome along, of course, LMC Will has come up from ILR3 up to ILR2, and the returning bottle job himself, Paga, is out on the circuit in the Force India, teammates with Goody. We all know what happened to him last season.
Yeah.
I'm sure he wants to not let that happen again. So
well,
let's see how he gets on. He's doing no assists this season as well. So let's see how he gets on.
Yeah. We've got Wisely as the first person out on the track. He's finished third and second in the last 2 races, so logically the next step would be to win this one. But with Paga on the grid, you'd sort of expect Paga to be out there. You know, he's been on no assists, but the game's been out for nearly 2 months now, so he really should know what he's doing with that.
Yeah. So Wisely's going to be the first centre benchmark. He's coming down one of the longest straights in F1. I think it's almost a kilometre long, if I'm right, over a kilometre long.
I think it's like
down towards.
Yeah, I think it's like 1.3.
Sure.
I seem to recall.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember what Andy said in his thing during the week, because I know he'll have mentioned it. Oh, Wisely backs off.
It's a kilometre-ish. So yeah. Let's see. Corey, I'm not sure if he's on he might just be on an outlap here, because he looks like he's not in his full ERS deployment, but he is pushing pretty hard through that last corner. He backs off.
Not really a very good lap.
Yeah, he backed off right at the end there. Anybody else?
Paga's on one.
A
He's
lap?
basically running out of ERS there. Maybe could have managed that a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, he was in mode 5 on his outlap down the back straight, so that wasn't really good ERS management.
Yeah, you can tell he's still a bit rusty with this, can't he? He's into the pits as well.
And straight back in.
Oh dear. Tim Veg, that could be a competitive time there on the softs of 30-1. We'll see where that ends up compared to the rest of the field, but I imagine he'll probably be in the 29s for this session for pole.
Yeah,
so
most likely.
Yeah.
Low 30s, maybe. High 29s is what we're looking for. VSR Josh, they're also doing really slow outlaps. VSR Josh is, of course, the championship leader. He's won the opening 2 rounds. Not easily, though. He's had to fight for them on both occasions. And in the first one, he didn't actually cross the line first. It was actually Cedar Mercedes who won the race, but he took it on penalties. So he is now a 2-time race winner in ILR2. And let's see if he can make it 3 in a row. Be a hell of an accomplishment if he can do 3 in a row.
Certainly
Not many
would
do
be.
it. So now,
I don't know if any of these laps are really competitive. I mean, that probably is quite competitive, to be honest. And at 31.6, you can probably get that down to the 30s still. But yeah,
he is
so many
on the
people.
softs.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. On the softs, that's competitive enough, but I don't know, it just seems rather weird how nobody wants to be setting a really competitive time. I guess they're just testing out the ultras, because I imagine they probably don't really want to start on them, because they burn out in a couple of laps, and they'll probably be moving on to the softs.
Yeah, from what I heard, they barely even last to lap 3, the ultras. So you really don't you don't really want to be starting on them, but if you have to, then you have to, because then you'll have to make it into maybe a 2-stop. But they don't really want to do that. They want to really make it into a 1-stop and try and start. Oh dear. Now, interestingly enough, VSR Josh is retired. I'm not sure if he's crashed.
That was in the pit.
He's crashed. Yeah, he's crashed on the way into the pits.
Yeah, you can see his wheel there.
Oh
wow.
no! Right, that's a disaster for him. He's going to be starting down the back.
Well, that's gone very badly wrong.
Championship leader down the back. Well, we're in for an interesting one now. So that leaves the door open for Wisely, of course, because he's second in the championship, 17 points behind. He's going to have a real shot now to maybe finally take a race win. Banana Times almost does the exact same thing on the way in to the pit lane. Let's have a look down the field. Anybody else?
Anyone's really on a lap right now. Maybe bulletproof someone. And yes,
Yep.
he has changed again his username. We keep saying this guy changed his username.
Yeah. He was, of course, Sean last week. Now he's bulletproof.
Yeah,
He was bulletproof in round 1. He was Sean in round 2, and he's bulletproof now. So he is currently 4th in the standings. He's into the pit lane. This is a really confusing qualifying because everybody does not want to do their laps on the ultra softs.
Yeah, I know this is getting a bit confusing to say the least. I don't really know what's going on. Is Scott on a proper lap this time? He just went round to do one, but we've got a rev glitch, so we can't really can't watch him anyway on board. So we're just gonna have to.
Nice little. Down the back stretch, you'll notice actually, if you listen in carefully, you can hear the plank underneath the car scratching off the floor, which is it's quite an interesting sound, but it's a nice little detail added in there on the onboards. You can't really hear the engine; you can just hear off the ground. Well, you might hear it here. It's not going to be the nicest thing, because we have the rev glitch, but
well, we'll try anyway. So.
You might be able to hear it on the onboard. We'll just listen for a moment.
You can hear it, but the rev glitch is rather irritating.
Yeah, it kind of drowns it out a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Scott coming to the end of his lap now. Where is he going to go? I'm sure he's probably going to set his lap on the ultra softs because he doesn't really care. So coming through this corner,
this is
he comes
Josh,
to the line.
though. This is
It's P1
Scott.
for Scott. There it is, 130.7.
Josh in the
That's
chat.
actually...
He find that crash very funny, actually. It appears. So
yeah.
light-hearted, although he might end up losing out because of it.
Well, Scott, provisional pole. It's actually not a bad lap, 130.7. He's in the 130s. I mean, it's going to be low 130s, probably high 29s for pole, but not bad. Now,
Wyzig's currently out on soft, so yeah, as I was thinking, people might have just done their ultras as a wee sighter, and will now be doing the proper lap on softs. And Wyzig really here he's got one goal, and that is to get ahead of Josh. Really,
yeah,
doesn't get it wrong.
It's intriguing. Oh, Wyzig almost lost it out of the final corner. He's had to bail out of the lap immediately.
You only get one set of them tires. You only get one set of them tires.
Yeah, so he's got to go around and take it real slow around this next lap to make sure that doesn't happen again. ZR Mercedes also on a lap on the softs as well. But you do love this kind of strategy you've got to think about in qualifying. Everybody going on alternate tire compound. Others, bulletproof, I think, has just lost it. No, that wasn't bulletproof. That was the other Haas of TR Button. Yep, lost it on the in turn 4.
Issue is, I don't like this because the fact that the rear tires will overheat so much, it means qualifying is a tad pointless. Like, you're not going to see the true pace here, are you? It's, I don't know.
Yeah, not really, but at least we're not having everybody take the same tyre compounds, really.
Well, yeah, but I'll tell you, look at this, that Mercedes, look at the run he was going to get there on that strip.
That was cheeky. Scuba didn't want to give it to him, so he moved over. So, a little bit of cheekiness there from ZR Mercedes, but let's see where he can put his car. He's coming to the final corner now. He wants to get himself inside the top 10. So, up to the line, and he is going to go P4, 131.3. Gets ahead of Tao and ahead of Corey. Behind Silent Assassin. I think the guys guys in first and second, Scott and George. Well, George has come back out on the Ultrasoft. I think he just wants to get a front row out of this.
Yeah.
He,
do you reckon we'll see Scott on pole? Because you know he doesn't really care about his tires.
He might. He may well take a pole position here. That'll be a story.
Yeah. Take advantages where he can.
Yeah, because I don't think if he has had a pole position, it's been a while, but I don't think he actually has taken pole before.
It's a lot harder to get pole than it is to win races, I find, actually. It's weird.
Yeah. I
So,
think,
yeah.
I thought Bulldog was on a lap, but he's not. He's back into the pit lane.
Love that rev glitch on Wiselig.
Yeah, no, I actually, excuse me, I don't actually have the rev glitch for him, so I've got a nice
Lucky.
on board. He's all over the place. Obviously, those softs are like driving on ice. Either that or that he's overheated the rears. He's not going to be able to cool them down.
That'd be quite an achievement if you could overheat them tires after 2 laps.
Yeah, he might have done so.
Yeah.
So down, he's going to hit just 210 miles an hour on the brakes into the hairpin. That's very quick. That's close to IndyCar speeds.
Yeah, Scott's come back out. Scott came back out on the Ultras, look. So yeah, he will go.
Yeah, he wants pole.
Yeah,
he wants pole.
But will Wisely be able to take
line.
professional pole off him? No.
5th. He's split Zeno Mercedes and Tau. So back down. Yeah, so Scott's come back out on the ultra soft tires. He wants pole. He doesn't care about strategy. He just wants to say, I started on pole in ILR2 once.
Once and never again.
Well, I mean, he's won an ILR2 race. He hasn't actually taken pole in ILR2 before.
Like I say, the win always comes first, it appears, before, yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, good point. Wiselig's win came before his pole position.
Yeah, in Brazil. My first win came before my first pole. I've only ever had 1 pole, but I've had 3 wins in ILR3.
Yeah, interestingly enough, Tau has come back out on the Ultra Soft, so I think Scott might have a job here.
Yeah.
Because Tau is very quick.
He's crying inside.
Yeah. Even a front roll.
He'll celebrate
nice.
it far and wide.
Yeah.
And then a soft runner just comes and robs them all. But
yeah.
That would need
something out of the bag.
That would need a miracle, wouldn't it, though?
Yeah, right. Tau is coming through that long left-hander into coming to the end of sector 2. He's got the Toro Rosso up ahead. That's the other Toro Rosso. That's banana time, I think. He's going to actually get a nice toe down the straight off him, which is going to be to his advantage, unless banana time's out of the way.
Just comparing the first sector times, I'm pretty sure Tao was 3/10 off Scott in that first sector.
Oh, Zeno Mercedes. He's retired. Either that or I don't know if he's had a crash here.
Oh, look at that run.
Tau. He got a lovely run and onto the brakes. Let's see where Tau is going to put this car. And can Scott maybe go a little bit? He got on the grass there actually on the way out of that. So through the final corner, this is probably going to be a provisional pole for Tau. He comes across the line. It is. It's a 130.0. He's 7/10 of a second quicker than Scott.
Here he comes.
And here comes Scott. Can he pull something out of the bag? Even a front row would be nice for the Scots. And he comes to the line. It's a 130.5. He's still half a second off of Tau. But I think he's still in the front row. So it's going to be nice. Jordan's out on the Ultra Softs as well, actually. So
yeah. He's the only other person, I think, out there that is on Ultras.
Yep. Pag is not trying for pole anyway. He's come back out on the softs, as is Goody and TR Button, who is taking an excursion. So, I think Scott's going to have another go because he's just going around there. Tao is retired, so he's happy with his lap. And George comes back out on the Ultra Softs as well. So the top 4 are trying for pole. The rest just want to see where they can put it. Corey's now onto a lap on the softs. And Shimasi, I think, having a better day today. He's up in 8th, which is a lot better from him considering he's up with the soft runners. So he's 3rd fastest out of the soft runners pretty much. Let's see then. Oh, Shimasi's had as soon as I said it, he's had a massive off down the straight. Now, how the hell has he ended up there?
What has he done to them tyres? If he starts on them tyres, I'm pretty sure he'll be absolutely screwed.
He's ruined it. He's ruined the tyres. Scott actually were giving up, so he's not going to be starting on pole. I think he might have got on the curb and just completely lost it. So those tyres are going to be completely shot.
And he has to start on them if he's in the top 10. Corey has abandoned his lap. So let's watch. Look at Wiselig's also out on the Ultras.
Oh, he's given up on trying. So
So
I think hmm,
Jordan starts his lap then.
Jordan, yeah, interestingly enough, he's been kind of quietly going about his business. He's up in fourth. Let's see if he can maybe snatch pole. He was, of course, teammates to the championship winner last time. He was in the Ferrari last season, and he's now in the Mercedes. Teammates with
Will,
it'll be LMC Will actually in the teammates with George on a lap now as well. It's been a while since George has been on pole, and every time he starts on pole, he
it goes wrong.
disconnects. He
It
disconnects
just
every time. It's without fail. He actually got pole in the first race last season in Australia.
I think Goody just put himself up into P7 on the softs ahead of Corey.
Yeah, not far off the pace of Weislig either. Weislig's building himself up for a lap here, so he's just going for outright pole right here. And we just had somebody, Paga popped in ahead of Goody actually.
Yep.
Very closely matched on pace, as you can see, 0.02 of a second separating them. But currently, Paga quickest of the soft runners, so he's right up there. And remember, your championship leader VSR Josh had a crash on the way to the pit lanes. He's going to be starting at the back. So Weislig maybe
Button off the P7.
Button into P7 on the softs as well. 1:31.46. He was
Here's
just
Jordan.
100 slower.
This could be pole position.
This could
But
be.
it's only
yeah,
P3.
it's only 6/10 of a second off of Tao's time. Meanwhile, George, the Spaniard, coming back down the back straight. Let's see what he can do. It was last season since he last took a pole position, so let's see. Can he maybe snatch one here? Even a front row would be good for the Spaniards. Let's come towards the line. Ian the Sauber, can he make it a 1-2? He can't. It's a 1:30.695.
Weislig's off. Weislig's off.
Weislig has bottled it, so it's going to be, unless something major happens, it's going to be Tao on pole position, and Scott's on the front row, believe it or not. Scott in the Ferrari on the front row. Of course, the guys did it on the Ultra Softs, of course, but either way, great result. LMC Will, where is he going to put this car now? So in through the final corner. Once again, the top 10 if possible. He comes across the line and he goes into fifth. That's a good lap from Will.
Top of the
Takes him in front
soft
of
runners.
Corey and
Top.
fastest of the soft runners. Well done to Will on his debut. Well done, sir.
Mad. And the last man across the line now, P9 on the Ultras though for the oh, what a name. Maladicitis. There we go, nailed it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He's
well
replacing
on,
the other.
well on debut. I mean, listen, we all complained in the ILR Freight about how he was so good. I mean, it sort of proves it all there, doesn't it? What a lap.
Yeah, that's incredible from Will. I think he was formerly known as Lightning Gasly, which is what I remember him as. So I remember him from previous leagues. He is very quick. So that comes as no surprise to me. But on the softs, he's there. But let's not take away the fact that Tao has taken pole position for the first time in ILR2, followed by Scott on the front row in the Ferrari. We have Jordan and George, and they're the only guy, well, apart from Maladikes, who we started on the Ultra Softs. Then we have Will Scuba, who actually managed to pop in as well. I didn't even see him in there. He popped in.
Yeah, wow. Right
Corey,
in between the two.
then Zeno
Jeez.
Mercedes, Maladikes, and Weislig only managing 10th. Then we have Tira Button, Paga Goody, Shadow, Bulletproof, Shimasi, Tim Veg, Banana Times, and down the back,
someone else.
in 20th position will be VSR Josh, your championship leader.
Awkward.
So, well, this is Weislig's chance to pull some points back.
Yes.
So he needs to capitalise. It is a dry race, thankfully. So
Yay.
we've
40
got that
people
on our side.
40 people in the stream. Hello there.
That's a lot of people.
It is a lot of
Can I
people.
just say.
Better not make any
That's
mistakes.
unusual. What do we do?
I don't know. Maybe we're just
What have
popular.
we done? Have we done something right, or
Maybe we're just popular.
maybe that's not true, but yeah.
Oh dear. Oh.
Right, so I'm actually kind of mad I didn't see the crash of VSR Josh because he seems to think it was hilarious. So
Well, if you crash in the pit lane, it kind of would be quite funny, I imagine.
yeah.
Just go steaming in,
So-
smack into the wall. Eh.
yeah, so now we're just waiting for the start of the race.
We're waiting a
We'll have
very
a
long
formation lap,
time.
of course.
Oh, there they are.
But what an interesting front row we have. Tao leads the way for the first time in ILR2. Then we have Scott on the front row in the Ferrari. And we have Jordan, followed by George, and then we have Will in the Mercedes on his debut in ILR2 on the soft tyres. Then we have Scuba, followed by Corey. Then we have ZR Mercedes and Maladiktis and Weislig in 10th. Then we Tira Button. Then Paga finally returning to ILR2 in P12. Goody in P13. Jake in P14. Bulletproof P15. Shimasi down in 16th. Tim Veg in 17th. Banana Times in 18th. Adamako in 19th. And down the back on the mediums is VSR Josh. So we won't be seeing him stop. He's the only driver on the mediums. So he's taking he's going to be going very deep into this race. So he's probably going to go medium ultra softs if he possibly can.
Yes, I imagine that might be the plan. Now I'll be back in just 1 minute because I seriously am about to explode. Give us a minute.
Right, fair. So Owen relieves himself. So Tao leads the pack down the back straight. Scott follows in the Ferrari. So it's the Ferrari B team leading the Ferrari Works team. Then we have Mercedes, driven by Jordan up in third. George in fourth. It's his best grid position in a long time. And we have Will, Scuba, Corey, ZR Mercedes, Maladiktis, Weislig, Tira Button, and then we have Pag and Goody, who've both been disqualified because they probably hit each other. So I'm going to say right now, I think Will might be a good bet for the win here. Could be an interesting one. Scuba's alongside him, of course, very quick as well. Corey right there within the pack as well, so going to be an interesting one. Here we go then. VSR Josh, the last car to line up on the grid. He's on the mediums. He's the championship leader. Had an interesting crash in qualifying. Crashed just behind you there in the pit lane. So last car in position on the grid. And now we're waiting for the light sequence to begin.
46 people, not bad.
Well, here we go then. You're in for a treat. Here we go. We go to 5 red lights for the start of the Chinese Grand Prix. It is lights out and we are underway. It's a good start from Taos. Scott kind of bogs down off the line but gets decent traction on the run up towards turn 1. Scott on the inside, having a look for the lead of the Grand Prix. Tao on the outside, and we have cars side by side going through there. George having a look on the inside of the Mercedes, and he's managed to get through into third place. Tao still having to fight with Scott as they come around the long left-hander. Scott is just about ahead and couldn't quite get past Tao there. Looking further down the order, Scuba's made a good start. He's managed to jump Will, which is crucial because he's on the soft tyres. And can Will maybe come have a look back? And Corey looking on the outside of Will. If you look back, here we go. He's going side by side with the Mercedes into the left-hander.
Oh.
This is going to be really tight. Corey's just going to get in front there.
What
Nicely done. And Corey, Will's come back at him down the inside as well. So this is a good fight between the Mercedes and the Ferrari. Corey down the inside. That's a good move from Corey. What a move from Corey. That is what you like to see. I had a horrible voice crack there. I apologise. But Bulletproof has crashed on the first lap. Tao still leads, followed by Scott and George, who's made of one position from Jordan. Then we have Scuba. Corey's made up position. He's now the lead. Well, he's actually not the lead soft runner because Scuba is the lead soft runner. And now he's actually having a little think about having a move on Jordan. I think he's a bit too far back to have a go from here. He's going to have a think about it nonetheless, but he's the lead soft runner from Corey, from Will, from now ZR Mercedes, who dives it down the inside of Weislig into the hairpin. And has he got that move done? Weislig is still alongside him as he comes down towards the left-hander, but he has got that move done. So Weislig is the big... well, he's gained one position, but he didn't really want that. Tiro Button is into the pits now. He's got wing damage. VSR Josh up 5 positions, now up 6 positions from where he started. He's in 14th. Pago seems to have a bit of wing damage there, so I don't think he's had the best start. Looking up here, we have Banana Times looking on the outside of Maladike. This into turn 1. He's having a look down the inside. Maladike has had a pretty poor start, actually. So now Banana Times having a look up the inside. He's having a big oversteer moment. They're still side by side almost, but Maladike is ahead as they run down towards the right-hander. Has a little look on the outside. Couldn't quite find the room, and now Jake's going to nip down the inside.
Oh, he's
there's
spun.
contact there. He's lost it.
He's spun on the exit.
Yep. And that's a classic accident we've seen so many times over the years. Now, VSR Josh is under pressure from Paga. So now Paga's on the charge. He's having a look on the outside. That's a very brave move to go on the outside there. VSR Josh is on the medium tire. He goes around the outside of the Red Bull. That's a great move from Paga. Nicely done, sir. On his return to... well, he was off the track, but I mean...
Oh, Scuba's past Jordan. On the exit there, that'll be overheating tyres.
Yeah, well, let's see if Jordan can come back in, and maybe he gets a good slipstream. No DRS just yet. Scuba defends that inside line very well. Parks his car there, no way through for him. I think actually Corey's running to the back of him. Corey's running to the back of Jordan. And he got the penalty as well. Unfortunate, wrong place, wrong time, unfortunately for Corey. But now he's going to have a look at Jordan. This is his former car that he's getting overtaken by. Corey's going to have to go to the outside of turn number 1 if he wants this one. He's going to have to hang it around the outside. Is he going to get this one done, George?
Oh, he's the Bobo!
Synchronized spinning, and Will's going to get through, I think. Corey just about holds on, but Jordan loses out. How did they hold on to that?
That's mad. I haven't seen something like that. I can't believe it didn't touch.
Here comes Will. Oh, there's contact.
That's moving under braking and a half.
That's a late move from Corey right there to defend.
He tries to kill him. That's ridiculous. You can't do that.
Yeah, I think Will's got wing damage as a result. Now ZR Mercedes also has got some wing damage as well, I think, from the looks of things. I just can't quite see.
Jordan's off again, I think. Yeah, look at him.
Yeah.
Ruined his tyres.
Overheating tyres. Meanwhile, Paga's up to 11th. So
yes, and Josh is losing 12th. A lot of time on him, isn't he?
Yeah, he's actually losing time.
He's actually under pressure from Goody.
Yeah, he is. So, Wisely now in the fight here. Corey now forming this train. Milo up front, Tau still leads, by the way. I think we're going to probably see these guys in very shortly.
Here's Will.
So, here comes Will on Corey. Corey's going to, again, a little bit of a late move. Look at the background as well. Wisely on the inside of ZR Mercedes. Pushes onto the grass. Wisely down the inside. Corey fights and holds on. There's almost contact. Will has to back out of it. And now they're probably going to go 3 wide. Almost.
Whoa.
Will goes way out. And now ZR Mercedes has actually the big capitalizer and all of that. He is going to take P5 in this race. He's just going to get the slipstream and get back.
Oh, Ty! Oh, no!
Oh, Tau, your race leader. Scott leads here in China from George.
Overheating tyres again.
George is struggling as well. I just saw him on the exit. He was completely sideways. Wisely is now having a look on Will as well. If we go back to that battle as well. And now Adam Ackles come out of nowhere into this battle as well. Wisely holding on the inside line. Adam down the middle of the 2 cars. That's not going to work there, my friend.
Well, it is a little bit. He got by one
slightly.
of them.
He got by one of them, but Will back down. That's brave if he can make that work. But he's now going to hang it back to the inside. Tau is now in this train as well. Scuba also up front. He's on the back of George already. Look at the train from ZR Mercedes.
Oh, wing gone. I think was that a whole front wing, or was that just a massive part of a front wing that just went flying? Ty is so dangerous.
Will massive dive bomb on Adam Ackle. Adam Ackle down back down the inside.
Free press in the background.
Oh, Paga's got involved now. VSR Josh gets through as a result. That's going to help him massively there. This is absolutely mad.
I don't know what's going on. This is craziness.
Scuba's got past Josh.
Wisely.
Sorry.
Wisely's ahead as well. And looks like Will's been overtaken. And Josh as well. Free abreast almost there.
Maladike has come out of nowhere to take away these positions,
yeah,
by the way.
I think Will tried to dive bomb him and it didn't really work out for him. Scott and George still out. And
this is going to be interesting. Paga and Goody. This is going to be a good battle. Here we go.
Yes.
Paga is going to look to the inside. Is Goody going to defend this one? He looks to the outside. Paga's going to down the inside. He puts up no defence. Really, Paga goes a bit deep, and now Goody's just going to think, just back off and let him have it. But now Josh is up in ninth position now on those mediums. He's going to be going deep into this race, but he isn't really making the tracks.
Somehow Ty has stayed out. I don't know about that. Like, his tires are overheating so much, and he lost a good 10, 15, 20 seconds there in the black box of hells there. I don't know why. I've turned notifications off. I'll get rid of that in a minute.
Yeah, right. Corey has come back out on the medium tires, so he's going to go right to the end of this race by the looks of things. So, let's go back to the front of Scuba now. It's caught up to Scott. Contest for Scuba whatsoever. He's going to be passed even before he gets down to the hairpin. So through, Scuba takes the lead of the Chinese Grand Prix. Shimasi is the second retirement. He's gone off in sector... where's he gone off there, actually? He's going to be sector 1 on the way out of turn 2, potentially, down towards turn 3. Be interesting to see. George stays out. These guys are going very deep on these Ultrasoft. They're 5 laps in now.
Yeah, they're gonna get 6 laps out of them. Then I imagine they'll pit. You can go to the end on mediums after that point. So they'll be doing that one stop.
Wisely's going to nip it down the inside nice and easy on George, and that's no contest whatsoever. So Wisely is into third now, 3 seconds adrift of the race leader, which is Scuba at this point in time. So Josh dropping back from the 2 Force Indias. He's just got to run his own race now, pretty much. He started on the mediums. He's on 5-lap all mediums. And Tao has banged on a set of mediums. He's going to come out in front of Jordan. So that's good for him. And he's come out behind Will. So let's go back up to ZR Mercedes, who's now back on the back of George.
Will he dive him?
No. George is going to be super slow through this section though, because he's just not got no grip on those tyres anymore.
Oh, wow.
Look at the exit speed. He just can't get on the throttle. And that's held up ZR Mercedes massively and straight past.
Oh, whoa, Paga, Narnia.
Paga, tracks over here, mate. That was a bit of off-roading from Paga.
Luckily, his teammate's got a DRS failure, or has he? I don't know, maybe it's a graphics thing, but he can't get it open. So he could take advantage there. Paga was able to use DRS to pull away again. But how did he get away with that?
From the race lead?
Yeah, George surely pitting, right? He is. And almost into the pit wall as well.
Right, ZR Mercedes goes to P3, Adamaco in P4, Paga in P5 now. So he's right in for the fight, but he seems to not know how to save ERX.
Yeah. Scott is on some medium tyres then.
Yep, Scott is off the medium. He's going to come out. Where is he going to come out? He's going to come out in front of his teammate, I think. Yeah, he's come out in front of his teammate.
Quite some distance ahead as well. Oh, button right around the outside there of George. He's got a rev glitch. Beautiful. And they're going to go side by side.
Ooh. George, big loser there.
Really was,
button, making good tracks. So now Paga, he's actually right on the back of Adamaco now. So this could be an overtake on here. 2 Force Indies making great tracks through the field. So let's see what he can do. Adamaco's just outside DRS range. Only just. There's the DRS detection. He's outside it, so he's not going to get DRS. But Paga just can't get the traction down and loses huge amounts of time. And now Goody, I think, is going to get straight past him here.
Look at that run. Easy.
Yeah, it's going to be easy pickings for Goody here, or not. Well, he's pulling to the inside. He's making his intentions very clear down the inside, and Paga leaves him the space. Very nicely done, and Goody gets the move done, or not. Paga's still kind of there, but Goody is ahead.
Scott, it's past bananas time.
ZR Mercedes, interestingly, is in.
Ooh, now, Paga's coming back. Paga's coming back. He's going to go down the inside. And he's got it done, I think. Oh, he's gone
Watch
off
for
to
Goody getting the
Narnia.
cutback though. Now he's gone way too deep. Goody's going to get the cutback. Paga trying to hang around the outside. And no way through for Paga. So nice little fight early on between the Force India teammates. Zeta Mercedes has gone very early onto the mediums for a soft runner.
Yeah.
So
he isn't really taking
quite
advantage
an
of the good
interesting
tires.
call.
He isn't taking advantage of good tires.
Yeah.
Scott, like I say, he's ahead of Bananas time now, pulling away quite nicely. So, let's see how far he is off the lead. He's currently 26 seconds off, so I don't know, he might be coming out maybe third at the end of all this, which will still be fantastic, a podium for him.
Yeah.
And
So,
ahead of Adamako would probably be by a couple of seconds as well. Goody though and Paga will be trying to make inroads on him. So we'll see what the pace of the Force Indias will be. Goody now the lead runner.
yeah, and he's right on the back of Adamako now. And he's been saving his ERS. So, up into mode 4, DRS open, Adamako slightly weaving, didn't really know where to go, and Goody's going to pull to that inside surely and take him on the inside of the hairpin. Adamako very good on the brakes though, and keeps it nice and tidy ahead. So Paga's suddenly dropped back about 1.3. So, well, these guys will battle and that'll let him catch up. Corey's made his way past Banana Times down the straight, nice and easily done.
Look at the
Here
run
comes Goody again though.
Much better this
on the
time.
inside. Now he's got to be careful he doesn't go too deep. He gets on the brakes and just shuts the door on Adamako. But Adamako finds the room and sticks it back down the inside. Goody's going to have the inside line for the next corner, and that should be him into third. Adamako, I think, I heard a little bit of a slap there. I think Adamako just kind of hit him a little bit through the corner.
He went
Goody
for the
is into third.
He went for the switchback, and it sort of no room, so he just went straight into the back instead.
Yep. So I don't know. Clash of numbers. Adamako and Goody, 22 each on the car.
Yes.
Of course, the Paga and Goody were running 21 and 22, which is just nice. Just nice to have some symmetrics between the teammates.
Sam was going pretty insane in the chat about the Force Indias. Obviously, he won in a Force India during the week.
Yeah, so maybe they'll have the glory again in ILR2.
Yeah, Force India on the up.
Yeah, good developments made, obviously.
Yeah. So, can Paga now get past Adamako? He's in DRS range. Adamako is... I don't think he is. Or is he? No, he is. He fell outside.
Got the DRS open.
He fell outside during the straight, so he'd got it beforehand. Lucky, I guess. Paga brakes super late. Look how much he gained there.
That's great braking.
Yeah.
Considering he's not running ABS, that's brilliant.
Absolutely, yeah.
On the brakes. Yeah, that's Daniel Ricciardo-esque right there, but he's going to have a decent run up towards turn 1 now. But again, Adamako also has the DRS, so he's not going to really be able to capitalise unless Adamako goes very deep into this corner, which he doesn't. Maybe if Paga can maybe nip one down the inside of the next corner, Adamako gets a bit loose. Can't quite find the room, just no way through. Onto the power, got to be careful. Short shifting up the gears to make sure that he doesn't spin the car. Zeta Mercedes fastest lap on the mediums.
I noticed that Paga, when he went to turn 1, he was down in 5th gear, but he didn't shift down from it. He was about 80 mile an hour in 5th gear, so that's more of a traction thing. It really helped him there. Interesting to see that, really. And
apparently also Force India are leading the constructors in ILR4. So Force India are really doing really well.
They're doing brilliantly this season, aren't they? And Paga's hoping to make it even better. Here he goes, up the inside. Will he try it?
Surely. Yeah, he's going to try a little bit of tyre on contact. No harm done though. He's got to get the exit here. He will have DRS and Adamako won't. So
he's off to Narnia.
He's off to Narnia again. Back. So he needs a massive toe down towards the hairpin, but he's just not. I don't think he's close enough this time. But then again, he is very late on the brakes. The best of the late breakers. He's going to get nice up and close to him. But here we go. Scuba is in. Wisely is in from the 1 and 2. So
do you know what? Scott was closing by about a second a lap there. He's now 20. He was 24.5 really when he went to the pits. So he might be a little bit closer than we thought. He might end up actually being ahead of Wisely. So we'll see how that one ends.
Let's see then. Both onto the mediums. So let's keep an eye on Scott. He's making his way down the pit lane. Well, down the back straight. Wisely is not there, and Scott jumps him. So into P2 goes Scott on track then. Scuba comes out in front. He's only 1.5 ahead, so Scott was banging in the lap times down there on the medium, so he's got the pace.
Yeah, will he be able to use some warmer tyres to maybe have just one go, maybe, before Scuba gets up to pace? I mean, there's 4 lap special tyres for Scuba, so he should be able to pull away. So Scott needs to make gains now.
Yeah, well, Goody now leads the race on the softs. Pag is still unable to find the way past Adamako here.
He's very close this time now. Can't even have a go.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to have a pop on him this time, because they kind of compromised his line. So he's going to be patient, get the run, and
he's
struggling for traction.
Off with Narnia, is he going to be again? A little bit of
almost.
Narnia.
But surely going to have it this time. Much better run.
It's out of ours though.
Really defensive down the back straight, so he's making his intentions very clear. Pulls back and Paga just can't find the room. Adamako also going very late on the brakes, so it's kind of hard to go up against a late braker when you are a late breaker.
Yeah.
So
Goody in the
difficult. Goody's in the pit lane, so Adamako will take the lead momentarily for at least one lap. VSR Josh, he's in the background, so he is there. Then comes Scuba, followed by Scott, who is
he in DRS?
Doing a good job. He's getting caught by Weisig. Weisig is within DRS range of him. Scott is 1.4 behind Scuba, so the gap hasn't actually gone up or down really in that last lap. So he's doing a good job. Weisig is behind them, but he is on 4 lap newer tyres. TR Button is due a stop, by the way. He's done 10 laps on the mediums. So he'll be. Actually, I think he pitted really early on because he had wing damage. So
if he gets to the end on that, I will give him a cookie.
Paga still stuck behind this Williams.
Passing George. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's good. That's for.
Well, let's see.
Technically,
George is running pretty high earlier on, so I don't know where I'll put Will later on. I mean, maybe 5th or 6th when all the pit stops happen. It wasn't too bad though, was it?
Yeah, because now Goody's actually caught in this train. He's got Zed on Mercedes all over him here. Weisling is right behind Scott now. Scott actually dropping off as the tyres on Scuba's car get warmed up nicely.
Here goes
2.3 behind. And here comes Paga finally on Adamako. Surely this time, but Adamako defending super well in that Williams. Paga can't find the room. He gets squeezed off. Adamako.
Safety car. Bananas time
Safety
out of the
car
race. And straight into the pits they go. And what about Josh as well? Will Josh box it too? Yes, he's going to box it. What about Scuba as well?
The safety car has come out at the perfect time for these guys. So, the guys who pitted a lap earlier are going to be absolutely ruining it. Scott's back into the pit lane. TR Button also back into the pits again. The safety car comes out in ILR2 for the first time.
Josh pit lane change, front wing change in the pit lane, not a pit lane change. Adamako, look at him, all the way up there.
Goody's got in front.
Oh,
Goody has got in front.
But look
now
at that.
That is crucial.
Somehow Zeta Mercedes has got by Paga as well. That was so close and tied up. Somehow,
wow,
they haven't come together. Then. I don't know how.
Right.
But
by the way, that safety car was due to
Bananas
a crash
time.
for banana times.
Yeah, I saw he spun at turn 1 and then he must have lost his head later on. But yeah,
everyone say hello to the safety car for the first time in ILR2. So back in the field up, safety car will have a set pace it goes to. Scuba's going to be there, Weisling in P2, but now Adamako 4th place on fresh tyres, Paga in P6 on fresh tyres.
Goody as well.
And VSR Josh is on
old.
a fresh set of. VSR Josh is on a fresh set of softs, but can he bring those to the end? It's going to be marginal.
Do you know what? We are in for an absolute storm of a second half of this race. The strategy has just been thrown in the air. Everybody's strategies have been ripped up to shreds, and suddenly Goody and Paga in their Force Indies, they could seriously have a chance there on brand new fresh tyres. Adamako as well. But you know, they've been slowly building their way up the field, and now suddenly in a fight for the win.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out for VSR Josh and Scott as well. They are on fresh soft tyres, and we should have maybe 2-3 laps, well, 2 laps more of safety car.
I am
so they've
surprised,
got to bring them.
really, that Scott actually pitted to go behind Josh now. I mean, was that maybe the smartest choice? I don't know. Why is he almost into the back of Scuba there? Jeez, that could have been bad. That's
one thing you don't want to do.
Yeah, it's very easy to do this. And, oh, I thought it was into the pit arms for a second. I was about to say, Scuba just took a wide line from that camera angle.
Yeah. And Will is into the pit lane. So these guys diving into the pits quite late. Just came at the wrong time for them, really.
Yeah, it did. And, wow. Well, if I thought I wasn't going to make it to my next league race, then I'm certainly not going to make it now, am I? Oh.
No, definitely not.
Rip.
So, I'm sure Scuba's probably complaining that the safety car is driving too slow.
Oh, it's super
these
slow.
drivers they've got to keep heating the tires.
Yeah, and on mediums as well, so they'll be absolutely ice cold. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good when they go cold. It's especially harder to warm up the harder compounds.
Yeah.
So they've got to really try and get the temperature in. VSR Josh will probably have most likely the warmest tires on the restart. So keep an eye out for him. We're gonna have probably another lap of safety car before we get underway again, and we'll have 13 laps of racing.
You know, it's really now, for me, the front two have now got the rev glitch again. It's brilliant.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, for me,
brilliant,
as well. Isn't it? It's great. But then now fuel savings out the window. Don't need to worry about that anymore. So they can just maybe. They can
safety car in.
I said safety cars in this lap. Now we can. If we didn't even have that message, we'd know because the lights turn off on the top of the safety car. Yes. So now Scuba has got to control the pace. He's got to let the safety car pull away and come into the pit lane before they can get underway, and there is a safety car line, so they cannot pass before safety car line 1.
Although you actually can. You actually can, because this game's really bad, you can. Because it'll give you a certain point where it'll just go green flag, and you can pass from then, honestly. Hell, I've even had a career mode race where you could pass, and like, the safety car went in, like when we were on the middle sector, you could still pass. It's one of the weirdest things in this game. The safety car line means nothing.
Right. This race just got thrown up in the air. So, safety car, not quite. Scuba didn't really let it go off. So, safety car comes into the pit lane, and we are going to be green as soon as he leaves this left hand. Oh, he's backed them right up. Wisely very lucky not to hit him in the back. He gets loose, and Goody
Look
gets
at
through.
Goody! Look at Goody! What a run!
He's going to go for the lead. He's going to go for the lead into turn number 1. Goody down the inside of the Williams. Can he get it done? He's looking. Can he maybe get it done in the next corner? Scuba goes a bit deep. He's going to have the inside line for the next corner.
It's all
Scuba
going off.
holds on just about. And Adamaco comes back at Goody. He comes back down the inside.
Williams
and has he got that
1-2.
done? Yes, he has.
Oh, button off into Narnia, and out of the race he goes. Goody up the inside.
Here comes Paga. 3 wide in the background. Paga down the inside of Scott and the Red Bull, and Paga's got it done. He's done 2 cars in 1 corner.
Williams are 1 and 2 right now. What on earth is going on?
Adamaco, second place.
Oh, Paga! Wow, how did he keep that one going? He was side by side. He was facing basically 90 degrees away from where he's meant to be. Scott's lost a few places, and Wisek now is trying to get past Goody. What is happening?
Safety car has really thrown this race in the air. Wisely down the inside of Goody, and now he's going to be vulnerable to his teammate Paga. Josh is right there with them as well. These soft runners are going to be quick.
Yeah, good exit. Here we go. No DRS, remember.
Oh, this is going to be 3 wide. This is going to be 3 wide. I'm calling it right now. Here comes Josh on Paga. Scott's going to get the double toe. Paga makes a late move to defend. Josh to the outside.
Oh.
Look up ahead as well. Goody looking on Wisely up ahead, and Josh late on the brakes.
Josh
he
hit him.
Goody.
He hit him.
He's lost a bit of his front wing, and Josh is round the outside of Paga into the last corner. He's on the inside line now. Can he get that done? Paga holds it on the outside. Josh has to cut the corner. Scott's going to get a run on Josh now. So run up towards turn 1. DRS open, and look at Wisely weaving to get temperature in the tyres. Here comes Scott on the outside. Can he get that done? No, he's looking, he's trying. He'll have to get the inside line for the next corner. Can he maybe get that one done? Try and nip it down the inside. No, he can't. In the background, just see Jake and Maladikis fighting it out as well. What a crazy race. Williams 1 and 2.
Who could have predicted this at the start? Where on earth did they start in the grid as well? Oh, Corey on the inside of his teammate! What a dive bomb! He's ahead! Anamako has made 17 places today. That's just to show how crazy this has been so far. And it's gonna get better, isn't it? Look at there's Jake, I think, getting past Maladikis, I think. Yeah. And there's George as well, gonna try and get it done. He couldn't quite get through.
Yeah, Adamako just doesn't seem to have the pace of Scuba, because now he's losing time. He's 1.6 behind, and Wisling's right on him now. Goody's there too. Paga's also kind of there, but Josh is still right on the back of Paga here. Now Corey's in the fray on the soft car. He went and pitted on fresh softs as well. So here we go. I think Corey might have the move on Josh here.
Wisling.
Josh doesn't have DRS. Wisling looking on Adamako up ahead. He's on the inside in for the hairpin, late on the brakes. Can he get it done? Adamako can't fight it, and Corey and Josh side by side. Corey couldn't get the move done into that corner. Wisling is through. Corey's on the outside in the last corner, looking for the switchback. Josh has to cut the corner. He gets a 3-second penalty. Scott also gets a penalty as well. Here we go. Corey on the inside of Josh as we run down towards turn 1. DRS open on the Ferrari. Can he maybe have a look? He's going to go late on the brakes and dive it down the inside. Josh is going to try and get the switchback for the next corner. Maybe try and find the inside line, but he can't. And Corey's through to P5 and on the back of his old teammate.
That front wind damage is really going to cost Josh so much time. He could have won this race. I think his chance is gone.
Yeah, he really could have, because now he's got Scott on the back up ahead. The two Force Indies are going at it. Paga's on the outside in towards the left-hander. This is going to be really sketchy. Paga's going to try and hang it around the outside, but there's just no traction right there for him to get it. And now Corey, these guys were teammates at Williams last season. Corey's going to nip one down the inside of Paga. Paga leaves the room. Corey's on the inside of his old teammate. Down the inside. They're still side by side. This is what we didn't really get to see last season. Now they're in opposite teams. Corey's on the inside. Surely going to get it done this time. Paga's still on the outside, but Corey gets it done.
There were millimeters between them two. There was basically nowhere for Paga to go there.
But definitely racing respect shown in the background as well. Scott's going to have the run on VSR Josh. So here we go.
They're both having a run on the Force India though. Look.
Paga's going defensive. Josh is getting the run off the Force India. Scott's going to have to find a way through. He's going to nip one late down the inside. Josh saw him coming, left the door open. 3 abreast in the background as well. Between, I think that might be Will, Maladikis and George. George on the outside of the Renault. But no way through. Wisely, fast lap of the race. As he tries to catch up to Scuba. Let's see, no moves on for anybody in this little train here.
Round outside, tries George, and he's been hit a bit of contact.
He's going to have the inside line for the next corner though, so it should be all said and done. Maladikis trying to hold it on the outside, finds the traction, but George somehow lags in front. So, there we go. Oh, Corey on the inside of Adamako. There's a very late dive from the Ferrari, couldn't quite find the room.
He likes his late dive bombs, doesn't he? When's the last time Corey won a race?
I believe it was Silverstone. Was it Abu Dhabi last season? Or Silverstone last season? He's hit straight into the side of Adamako. Somehow holds on to it. But I definitely remember Corey winning in Silverstone at some point. I don't know when his last one. Here comes Goody down the inside of the Ferrari. Can he get this one done? Paga's going to try and make it 3 wide as we run through. Paga's got him.
What a move!
He's done them over, and now Goody's lost out massively. He's lost to Josh.
Whoa,
and Scott potentially.
Where has
hang on a second?
Went.
Goody's coming back at VSR Josh. Corey's going to look on Paga. Paga's having a look to the inside. Corey's going to have a look to the outside and look at in the background. Goody around the outside. Corey can't quite find the space. Josh gives him the room. Goody needs to find the space. Josh just nips in front, but going to be very tight to his left-hander. You can't go side by side there, but they have.
Yes, they can.
And Goody now with the DRS. Watch for Scott in the background. Will he maybe make this 3 wide? He's watching in the background. Goody looking to get. Oh, he's hit him in the back.
No,
big impact. Goody holds on to it. Nicely done. But Scott just way too committed into that corner, and somehow Hi, Will.
Oh yeah, he's just turned up out of nowhere.
He's joined in the party.
What on earth is going on? He's diving him! What a move if he can make this one work.
Will's in the fray. He's on 13 lap all mediums. Surely can't go around the outside here. Scott shoves him, crowds him off the track there, but Scott's got wing damage. He's going to be vulnerable to everybody pretty much. And Will's going to nip one down the inside here, switch to the outside for the next corner. Scott's going to crowd him out of space right there. It's finally calmed down a small bit. Jesus H. Christ.
Down the inside goes Will. Maybe it hasn't quite calmed down just yet. Yeah. He's going to get the DRS, but he might not even need it. Look at the run on the exit, and Scott's front wing damage made that a tad easier, has to be said.
Round 1,000,002. Paga on Adamaco. He's got no ERS. Corey's getting the toe as well. He's going to maybe have a late lunge. He's going to think about Adamaco defense. Remember, Paga couldn't find a way past Adamaco earlier on. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle. Paga's looking to the inside. Wisely got a 3-second penalty. That might cost him. So here comes Paga once again. Corey's right on his tail as well as we run up towards turn 1. Is Corey going to have a look on the outside if he wants this one? He's going to go late. Oh, contact, and Corey spins the car in turn 1 and loses the place to Goody. He's going to lose he just lost 2 places to Josh and to Goody. Tried a very, very audacious move around the outside. Didn't pay off, but well done for trying.
Yeah, but that now puts Josh back into the frame. I mean, look at the damage on that car.
Definitely.
How on earth is he still going competitively? Like, he still ends up on this podium, couldn't he? With front wing damage.
Definitely. Yeah.
9 laps to try and sort it out, people.
Paga trying to hang around the outside of Adamaco.
These two are going to end up in the weeds. They're just asking to end up in the weeds, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. Especially down this back straight. Paga's got to be patient here. He doesn't want to have a dive bomb here. He wants to wait and get the run. Right. Listen as he gets the traction, but Adamaco once again better traction. Out of that right-hander. Is he off to Narnia? No, not quite.
He's kept it on. Doesn't know there's any other moves going on.
Oh, I think Adamaco's disconnected.
Oh no.
He's got the next to his name. Here goes Paga. Yeah, he's disconnected. Adamaco's disconnected, and Josh is going to dive one down the inside. No. Yeah. DC'd on the back straight. Paga into third. And Josh is in the frame now.
What a disaster. Scott as well having a bit of a disaster with his front wing damage. Look where he's ended up from the front row all the way to
what
here.
What a shame. But now
penalty as well.
Weislig's banging in the fastest laps and he's catching.
So Paga then on the podium. Can't say I saw that coming.
Well, I mean, he's not quite on the podium yet. He's got Josh chasing him.
Yeah. But I'm sure Goody will be on his way back as well. And will Adamaco be able to get back in, or is he going to just fall completely out of contention here? I think it's his, this is desperation. Oh no, he's going to be out of the points now, so...
I'm just having a look to see if our race leader has a penalty, which he doesn't. So...
Scuba then, looking pretty good for this win.
Yeah, right, because Weisig needs to pull 3 seconds on him once he gets past.
And looks like the Weisig curse of I don't know how to win is gonna continue.
Yeah, he's come close yet so far on probably 3 occasions now.
Yeah. Yet he wins the one race that no one expected him to win.
Yeah. Always the way. Scott all the way down to 14th now. After all that, Adamaco what? I mean, that's heartbreaking. He's disconnected in the middle of a fight for the podium.
Yeah, and he probably would have got the place off Weisig through penalty as well, possibly.
Potentially, yeah.
He's now last.
I tell you, Weisig ain't going to give up that easy.
Looks like Will is now on the back of Corey, so get ready. We're about to start racing again.
Yeah, but look how old the mediums are. 16 laps. So Goody now returns to the back of our Josh. Corey's with him as well, and Corey's just lighting up the rear tyres there. He's going to be vulnerable. So let's see.
Will can break much later, it seems. With good confidence on them tyres. He had a little bit of a slide there, but really on the brakes he seems quite confident still. Them tyres will be able to go to the end of the race as long as he can keep them sort of. Oh, what
The
could
yellow
that
in
be?
sector 3. It's none of our race leaders anyway.
Who's in
Oh,
sector 3?
it's absolutely nothing. Oh, it's George. Yeah, it's George. Never mind. It's sector 2, but
oh right, well.
actually that's sector. Yeah, it's sector 2.
Yeah, sector
right.
2. What on earth?
Right, I think we're going to see a move on for Goody here on VSR Josh.
A lot of decent going on there. And yeah, here we go.
George is out. Here we go. Can Goody mount the move on VSR Josh, your championship leader? Can he nip one down the inside? He's going to think about it, show himself in the mirrors, but no way through. And we talked about this last week, actually. Will almost nip one down the inside of Corey, couldn't quite find the room. We talked about this last week. Goody showing himself in the mirrors and compromising his own line as a result.
Yeah, he does this too much. I've seen other people try it as well. But that just costs you. It does just cost you. Weisnick is in DRS now, and he'll know that he can't just hang around like he did last week and then give himself no time. He has to get the move done now, and then start making that gap.
It's a mirror image of last week.
It really is, and he needs to make sure he
much.
gets it right this time.
If only he didn't have a penalty.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah, of course he'll make the move and it'll be fantastic and all sorts, but then you have to worry about the penalty, which will ruin everything.
Yeah, all he can hope for is Scuba getting a penalty, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which I will check if he's on 2 warnings or something. Just a quick check. He might be on 2 warnings. He's not. He's on 1 warning.
Oh dear. Yeah. Weisnick's got quite a hill decline to win this race.
Yeah, he's on 1 warning actually. So that's pretty impressive actually.
Yeah.
So,
for all the carnage.
this might be interesting. We got Goody, we got Josh, Goody, and Corey all within the toe of the Red Bull.
Interesting.
Yeah. Here we go. Goody's way closer this time. Here he comes. Josh moves to the inside. Goody's going to have to go to the outside if he wants this one, which he very much does. He goes late on the brakes. Watch for Will on a late dive on Corey in the background as well. He tried this last time and it didn't work. So Goody is going to get the traction and get ahead of VSR Josh at last. But here we go. Watch for Corey, and this time he gets a penalty. Adamako finally retires. He's out of this race. Corey has another penalty to add to his tally. Josh is coming back at Goody though, onto the outside of turn number 1. He's going to be able to get this one done and hang it around the outside of the Force India, switching to the inside for the next corner. Can he make this one work? Hanging it all the way around the outside. No, he can't, because Corey sticks his nose in. And Steve Egan, he can hang it around the outside of this next one, which he can't. We'll watch for Will. He might get involved.
Will's going to have a better exit, but somehow Corey's got a good run on Josh as well. Can we see a dive bomb? We know that Will can dive,
Corey,
but we also know Corey can as well. And look at Will, he might get past the two of them.
That's a great move from Corey, by the way.
He did sort of hit him. But anyway, moving on. They sort of pushed him out of the way, didn't they?
It was fine. It was fine on my screen. Fine.
Now on my screen, he had a little bit of a tap and sort of pushed him wide. That's how Will got past. But yeah.
At least it wasn't Scott who just piled into the back of him.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah, Scott would have had him upside down or something.
Yeah, Scott's banging on a set of ultra softs. He's going for fastest lap now, I think.
Yeah, so, what a shame for him. He's down last. Adam as well.
He was doing so well.
Even George as well. He started so high, and he's just sort of. It's all gone wrong. And Josh, I think, is in Narnia. Yes, he is.
Josh is now in Narnia. Yeah. So now we have Will. Maybe going to have a look this time on Corey. He tried a very late lunge last time. He thinks about it. He showed himself. Now, we have 4 laps to go.
Ooh, look at that.
Another fastest lap. So, he's within DRS range. Using that energy. And Scuba's using his energy as well to keep ahead. So, we're in stalemate pretty much. So, he's using his DRS modes to good effect. Saving when he needs to.
Goody has got absolutely buckets of ERS. He's saving loads, so he's got plenty to work with for the rest of this race. So surely you'd imagine he's going to be able to hold on to that P4. Maybe he can even challenge his teammate later on, because yeah, he should really theoretically be quicker now. And Corey, what about his tyres? How long are they going to last? Jordan, look how he's managed to come back up the field. He was sort of in no man's land earlier, and
yeah, Tao's there too.
Yeah, Tao was there. He fell back down on the safety car restart. Was he not 9th? And then I saw he was in about 16th, and he's got himself back up.
He had a bit of a disaster.
Yeah.
Okay.
So many missed opportunities today, isn't there?
Weiser gets DRS, but he's in no way
Paga
close
penalty.
enough. Paga, oh dear.
And Will,
right?
Oh,
Will's got Will is yeah, he's ahead, well ahead. So Corey's had a bit of a mare out of that corner, but now he's going to come back at him in the toe. Will's going to defend to the inside. Corey's going to go late on the brakes into the hairpin here. Watch for him as he goes to the outside. Will's going to hold that inside line and going to stay ahead of the Ferrari. Weisig bangs in another fast lap. He's half a second behind Scuba now. This is going to get really intriguing as we go through the lap here.
To go.
And Corey now going to have a second bite of the cherry down towards turn 1. He's going to have to go to the outside this time. He tried it earlier. Late on the brakes, trying to hang it around the outside, finding the grip, harrying the car to Harry around the outside. Can he do it? He's going to hang it to the inside for the next corner, but Will shuts the door firmly in his face and says, no sunshine, no junk mail.
But yeah, 3 laps to go. This is closing quickly, hasn't it?
Yeah, because suddenly Scuba seems to have fallen off the cliff.
But they're on the same, length of time
Maybe
on the tires.
He's just not able to. Oh, well, Scott's got something at least.
Yeah.
32.7, fastest lap for
Tim
for him down there
Venge
now.
is on 1 lap. Fresher ultras, he might still set the lap. And Weisig is on a flyer.
And he's marginal on fuel.
Oh yeah, he's losing time. Look, he's a second back. Wow.
Yeah,
Looks
he gains
like,
all the time at the end of the lap, which is not what he needs. He needs to gain it here, and he's dropped down to DRS range.
Yeah, that'll be his chances over then, unless something dramatic happens. Josh and Narnia again, and here we go. Corey, will he go late on the brakes again? We'll have to wait and see.
Definitely going to think about it.
Oh, he was
super late on the brakes.
Jeez.
Crazy amounts. Right, Weisner's got two more laps. He's got a lot of opportunities, but he's got to save fuel now. He's got the fuel situation to think about.
Here's Corey. What a run he's got. Round the outside. He's not going to be able to do it there, but on the
clever
switch
this
back!
time, very clever. He touches Will in the rear and crowds him towards the outside. Will can't find a way through, and Corey is through into the P5, but this is definitely not done.
Oh, Will!
Huge moment.
How has he kept that? And he's still got a good run. Will he dive him? Oh, you bet he will. Here he goes. Up the inside.
And Corey gets the switchback on the way out and gets straight back past 20. I mean, Will is on 21 lap old mediums.
Yeah.
So
no wonder they're blowing up in a minute. Hopefully he can get them to the end.
He's definitely showing what he can do on his debut anyway. Right, back to Wisely. He's closer this time, but
I tell you what, Corey's had another big moment. Will go up the inside again? Yes, he's gonna have a look. He's just about jinked back inside, but I'm sure it scared Corey a little bit. And I'm sure this run is going to be extremely good.
I would go back to the front if I were you.
I would, but
Weising's right on the back of him.
Oh, we'll give it a minute. I really want to see Will first.
Will surely no contest really in the slipstream down the inside. Corey going to hang it on the outside, but just can't find the room. Back to the front. Wisely, I don't think has an answer to Scuba. Also, he's got a penalty anyway, so it's not going to really affect the results.
So, Josh is now getting back into this. So is Jordan. So is Tao. So is ZR Mercedes. If Will's tyres keep going, this could be a pretty entertaining final lap, because they're 22 laps old, 23 by the end of this one. They're going to be absolutely screaming and hoping for their sweet release of death.
Yes. Right, Josh is now right on the back of Corey, as you said. So he's now right back in the fight. 460, trying to gain as many points as possible. Remember, he started last. Tao with a late dive on Jordan. He's hit him. And Jordan gets spun around. ZR Mercedes into the back of Tao.
Oh, that's such a mess. That is such a mess. And there goes Jake.
Into 8th. He picks up the pieces.
Oh, no! ZR Mercedes straight into the back of Tao afterwards. And Jordan is in a bit of a disaster zone as well. What on earth is happening?
Weislig's not got a chance, I'm afraid. Oh, and well, Jake's overtaken somebody under a yellow flag.
Well, that's a bit mean, isn't
because
it?
there was everybody. Right.
We'll probably get that removed.
Weislig, again, too little, too late. Scuba, who was nowhere in Australia, he was up at the front. Last race out, but this time he's on top. Scuba becomes the first different winner in ILR2. He wins the Chinese Grand Prix.
Will and Corey are really going for it. Look at Josh as well. He's sliding all over the show. Who's going to come on top?
Even third to Goody. Paga's even third to Goody.
I saw. But look at that. Will is just about ahead.
Just to hold on. And he drops down to penalties anyway. Jake takes P8.
Paga had penalties anyway. I think that's why he did it, because Paga had penalties anyway.
Yeah. Tao takes P10 and Maladikis crashes on the last. Oh, how has he done that? He's crashed on the way up.
Oh dear.
That's interesting. And the last two cars come to the line. Tim Veg in the red in 13th, and Scott, after all of that, he started on the front row. He finishes last of everybody, but he has fastest lap, so
Corey
he has that.
Corey did end up in 8th in the end of all that. Oh
yeah, so
my, what a race.
What in the hell have we just watched?
That second half of that race was possibly the most insane thing. Look at that podium. Williams, Toro Rosso, Force India. What is this? Fantasy League or something?
Wins, and he's actually the first different winner other than VSR Josh to win.
Yes.
So Scuba wins in China. It's Weislig. He's on the podium again. Third, a second. He hasn't finished lower than third all season. And Paga did have a podium, but he gave it to Goody, who gets his first podium in ILR2. So congratulations to him as well. So done well. And that is the Chinese Grand Prix. Over and done with. There's your confirmation of results.
Paga had them penalties. I think that's why he let him through.
You gotta say, Josh.
You know what? Just saying that, he was only 4/10 ahead of Will in the end of that. He really could have screwed himself, but anyway, yeah, continue.
Well, even so, Josh, 20th on the grid to 6th with no penalties is great work from him. So he would have lost a chunk of points to Weislig there, but he's still in the lead of the championship as far as I can think. So yeah, Scuba takes the win for Williams in one of probably the best races in ILR.
Yeah, what a way to finish the week. That is a fantastic race. Sam in the chat thought it was meh, rather, over than Corey's overtake. So
it's
really,
because he didn't win.
He's jelly that he's not on this tier. Clearly. Anyway, I am -1 minute now before my next commentary, and I'm gonna get fired at this rate. So I really do need to get going. Yeah, bit awkward. So I guess we're gonna have to finish this off now.
Thanks, safety car.
Thank you, safety car. Please never come out again because it made me late. But thanks anyway. And we will see you next week for Baku, because that's going to end well, isn't it? Yeah, we'll see you then.